coming to Neil Armstrong Middle School in our annual spring performance. I'm the principal here, Michael Brookie. We're very excited to have you here. We might be without this microphone doing this performance. For some reason, it's not working. I'll have to troubleshoot that afterwards, so I apologize not having that microphone working, but things come up sometimes. Just a real quick announcement. If you're going out for a treat afterwards, Simply Yogurt is working with our PTO. So if you just mention that you're a Neil Armstrong student throughout the month of May, they will donate back to our PTO. We have a wonderful group of kids here in the 5th grade. They've been working hard all year long, and we're just really excited to have you in our school and take part in our concert. So thank you for coming. I'm going to turn it over to Miss Irwin and our 5th grade orchestra, and then please enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you, Mr. Brookie, for the introduction. The 5th grade has done wonderful things this year. I think you're going to be thrilled when you hear how well they play. And besides playing well, they are such nice kids. They're so nice to each other. When someone does something well, they clap for them. I'm just delighted with them, and it's been a wonderful year. Now for the fun music. Our first song is Fiddles on Fire, and it's a traditional American square dance tune. And you'll hear all of the instruments playing the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's the tune. So our first song is Fiddles on Fire. Let's see, I'm the one with all the stuff on the floor. Huh? are. For this size of a group, there's a lot of power. That's very thrilling for me as a string player, because the perception is that we go, and that's not true. Very good, excellent. Our second song, we're going to change gears a bit. We're going to play Night in Vienna, which is a waltz. It's supposed to give us the feeling of the Johann Strauss waltzes, and everyone has the melody, the violins, the violas, and the cellos. So this is Night in Vienna. See, told ya. In an American theme. The next song is called Wild Western Frontier. It's written by an American composer. Actually, she's like Heinz Ward. Her mom is Korean and her dad is American. Her name is Soon-Hee Newbold, and I play lots of her songs because they're so good for this level and the 6th grade and also at the high school level. So this is Wild Western Frontier, and you're going to hear the horses, and you can imagine the mountains and the sky. It really draws a picture. So this is the Wild Western Frontier. we did have a good rehearsal, and it's worried me, because when you have a good dress rehearsal, it could be not a good concert, but the dress rehearsal went well, and this is going even better. Everyone's being terrific, terrific. So the next song is, now we're going to go another smooth song. This is a traditional song called St. Anthony Chorale. It's attributed to Haydn, but it's also it's a piece for chorus. That's why it's called a chorale. And you'll hear the longer bows and the more broad sounds. Everyone gets the chance at the melody, and it sounds wonderful. So this is St. Anthony Chorale. One of the many things we're working on in 5th grade, besides playing on all 4 strings, playing at least 4, sometimes 5 different parts, is we're working on dynamics, the louds and the softs. So they did a beautiful diminuendo, which means they got softer and softer at the end. And the sound just floated away. All right, and our last, we work so hard in these concerts, just fast. It's wonderful. I mean, not that they're fast, but they're wonderful concerts. Our last song is called Double Trouble, and it's a boogie-woogie. And you'll hear the boogie-woogie in the cellos, and it goes back and forth between all of the different instruments. This is a real counting, count. This is a real counting piece, but I hope you enjoy it. It's called Double Trouble. All the notes are doubled. That's one of the reasons. Double trouble. Okay? And then I almost forgot, but they were perfect. So they were wonderful. And I'm always suggesting, and I like Mr. Brookie's suggestion, that they deserve a treat. They worked hard. They had two period practices this morning. Last 2 weeks they had early morning practices to be here at 7, most of them. They've done wonderful work and a lot of time and a lot of effort. So, since the concert is perfect and you love them, you should take them out for a treat. Now let's have a bow, guys. Everybody up.
Hey, you ready?
Of course I am.
What are you waiting for? I was waiting for you.
So we're gonna continue the hobby thing real quick.
Okay, places everyone. In a minute! Do I have to do everything myself?
You can't do it all by yourself.
I'd say that...
Sure I can.
No, he can't. And neither can I. So why don't you come on down to BPTV and help us make some of the great community programs you see on this station every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we can help you make your TV show ideas a reality.
It's pretty awesome.
So come on down. I mean, I am pretty good, but I'm sure I could use your help.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Neil Armstrong Middle School. My name is Michael Brookie. I'm the principal here. So we want to welcome you here tonight for our annual 6th grade strings event. It just seems like you guys were sitting here 2 years ago, we were talking about orientation. I can't believe that this group is already leaving here. This has been a wonder, not only our strings kids, but this has been a wonderful 6th grade group. You know, they hung in there with us through the renovation, and they were just so fantastic through the whole thing. So I am going to miss this entire group because they did great. You as parents, the same way. You've just been wonderful. So we'll celebrate tonight with our final strings concert, and we hope you enjoy the evening. There is at Simply Yogurt, there is a They're working with our PTO, so if you go there and say you're a Neil Armstrong student through the month of May, they donate some money back. So if you want to go for a treat this weekend or after the show tonight, we'll make some money back on that for our PTO. So thank you guys for everything, and let's have a nice show.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Irwin, the 5th and 6th grade teacher, and I think that you're going to be thrilled with this concert. The students have really progressed. We have a great program, very nice mix. I titled it Pictures because each of the songs paints a musical picture, and it makes you think of many things. I think it does. So I hope you enjoy our songs, and I also think that you'll be impressed with what the students have done. We're going to start with Rigadoon, which is a very courtly dance. It should make you think of a country garden. Maybe if you watch Downton Abbey, that's the kind of garden it is. If you were at the 4th grade invitational 2 weeks ago, we played it for the group then, and I'm looking forward to when the 4th graders come up, and I'm feeling very sad that the 6th graders will be leaving to IMS. But this is Rigadoon. For this time of year with the beautiful weather and the sunshine and the green and everything, and they played it perfectly, just perfect. Our second song, our second song is called a Mozart Mix, and this is more in the classical, typical strings repertoire, and you're going to hear songs from Eine kleine Nachtmusik. There's an Alleluia that's a vocal piece, also the Turkish March, and then the last is the Marriage The Marriage of Figaro. You'll recognize the tunes even if you don't know what they are. And this any kind of Mozart, should make you think of crystal and lace and very fancy, very genteel, and that's the kind of song this is, a Mozart mix. You'll see some spiccato, which is bouncing bow, that's what we've been working on, and a lot of interesting things as it goes round and round the orchestra. A Mozart mix. bouncing bow because it goes from the cellos, they were perfect, and then the violins this afternoon were not perfect, but it was perfect tonight. So I'm worried for nothing. See, I should have more faith in the kids. All right, that was lovely. The Mozart mix. Our next song is Jupiter from the Planets by Gustav Holst, and this is based on an English hymn called I Vow to Thee My Country, which was played at the wedding of Princess Diana and Prince Charles, the parents of the current Prince William and Princess Catherine. So, Princess Kate. But it's very famous, it's very beautiful, and you will hear the cellos. They have a moment of glory, and it should make you think of outer space, but also, you know, very ethereal, very uplifting. It's quite beautiful, glorious. This is Jupiter from the Planets. Oh, did I say the wrong one? Yeah. Oh. All right, we have to delete that. Okay, that's next. All right, Ships of Ireland. We'll just move over from England. We'll go over to Ireland. Thank you. What would I do without them? Okay, so Ships of Ireland. This is another painting of pictures, and this should make you think of Irish seafaring, because Ireland has an endless history of pirates, fishermen, explorers. Their life is tied in with the sea. So this is Ships of Ireland. You're going to love it too. Tammy, turn a little bit so I can see you better. Okay? That's good. All right, up we go.
In Ships of Ireland, you can hear the bagpipes. There's bagpipes in the cellos and the basses, the drums, and the violins. We've got to play a typical, something you might hear at an Irish pub. They have lots of live music there. It's very exciting when you go and listen to the just local people get together and play. So that's Ships of Ireland. And did you get one of the pizzicato? That was really fast and quite excellent with the plucking. Very good, guys. Really nice. Now we're going to do Jupiter after I gave you that introduction, but it still holds true. It's very beautiful, and it's from the planets.
You're very nice. You should try to say, hey.
and to lead them up. But you know, it goes around. I try to pick pieces like that go around and around where everyone gets the melody. It makes it more fun for everyone. Our final piece, I can't believe how fast these concerts go. Our final piece is called Toucan Tango. This should make you think of Brazil and the Olympics that are going to happen there maybe in a couple of years. This is a tango from South America. We have two guest artists. They're former students. They're both string students, still string students, and they're older brothers, and they've agreed to play with us and be the percussion. We have Will May and Ian Merkel, so it's nice for them to join us. I always like the kids to come back. This is Toucan Tango. The students enjoy them and they bring their natural, youthful enthusiasm to it. So thank you very much. Thank you for letting me work with your children. I wish them the best. I'm going to cry when they go to IMS. And I think, as Mr. Brookie said, that they should have a treat. So Sincerely Yogurt is having that special, and there's other wonderful places to take them, or you could give them money. That works too. When I was a kid, my grandma would always give me money. It was like, great. All right, we're going to bow for you. They were wonderful, all of them. Thank you very much.